to my channel. Today I have a new vlog and I'm going to be doing another sew along video. I am actually going to be doing a sew along of a sew along. That's very confusing. But the lovely Tilly from Tilly and the Buttons has hosted a sew along this week on her Instagram, and it is to make the Tabitha trousers from her new book Make It Simple. In case you hadn't already seen, this is the book, and the trousers that she is demonstrating in her sew along is, oh, Safiya, my bad, the Safiya trousers. So this is what I'm going to be making, these ones here. And then I thought I would try and make a top to match, so like a little co-ord set. After spending some time on Pinterest and looking at summer outfit ideas, I am absolutely loving the like gingham puff sleeved little tops, and I'll leave a photo so you can sort of see what I have in mind. And I've just got this vision of matching those culotte trousers with a cute little puff sleeve top. Whether it will go to plan, I don't know, but that is the fun of these sew along vlogs that I put out there. And yeah, before I go into more detail, if you're new to my channel, then make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and you can check out more of my makes over on Instagram. If you just search Paige Joanna, you'll find me over there. So essentially what I thought is I'll find a pattern, a puff sleeve blouse pattern, and I'll be on my merry way with making it. But I've yet to find one like the image that I showed you guys. That's exactly how I want it to look. In my head, that is. I've got this kind of like vision of how I want the outfit to look. And I thought, well, why not I combine a couple of patterns that I already have, maybe make my own sort of toils and have a practice with it. I have a selection of vintage patterns that I got from my nan. She has a big box of patterns that she's collected over the years, and this is one of them. I went through my patterns this morning and I saw this one had the big sleeve that I kind of am enjoying at the moment, and I thought maybe I could try this one out and see what it looks like. Hey guys, I got distracted. I haven't even started making the trousers yet. It's like 2 hours later because I thought I'd show you because we're vlogging and stuff. I made a little dolly. Oh my goodness, isn't she so cute? I've made her for my niece, and one of the things I've always loved since uni was making little plush toys. And I even have an Instagram called Hello Podgekins, which I've not really started, but it was with the idea of doing little toys like this. And yeah, because of lockdown, I just thought I would make one. It was on my bucket list. I've got a lockdown bucket list, and this was on it. And I finished her because she was just sat there looking all sad, half finished on my side. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to finish her today. So now she is done. I think she needs little shoes or something, but I'm procrastinating. They're such an easy make, but I've just never made trousers before, so this is my first attempt at making trousers. So I've been procrastinating, and they are finished. Took me this afternoon, and I forgot to sew because I'm a bad vlogger. So I thought I'd show you in detail, and also this video isn't really about sewing these. It's about the matching top, which I'm going to do tomorrow. And the sew along is on Tilly and the Buttons Instagram for free, guys. They're just asking for donations to Age UK, which is awesome. So that's what I followed in order to make these, because this is the first time I've made trousers. But overall, I'm so pleased and how easy they were to put together, which is why I absolutely love Tilly and the Buttons patterns. I cannot stop raving about them. And they're just so lovely and simple to make. So yeah, there's the waistband, nice and flat across the tummy. And then I've even put my little label in. I've just noticed I need to cut a little thread out. But yeah, it's got my little label in. They're available on my Etsy if you'd like to get some. And yeah, they're just so nice, guys. I will show you what they look like on when I've made the finished top so you can see the complete outfit. But how pretty are they? Very, very simple to make. Very simple sort of style silhouette. And I'm quite a short person. I'm like 5'3". But in terms of the culottes, what's great is obviously you can take them up and put them wherever you want. If you want them full length, if you want them sort of mid-length or calf length, etc. I kind of have them sitting so they're like here. But yeah, I will obviously fast forward and show you that when I finish the top. But anyway, I'm very, very pleased. The fit's really good. The fabric is quite heavy, so I'm glad I didn't put pockets in because I think they would have been a bit too bulky for that. And actually this fabric has got like a stretch to it, so they're super duper comfortable.
I think if I made them in a linen, I'd probably make them in a size up, just around my bottom, because they're a bit figure hugging around my hips, and I'd kind of want them to go out ever so slightly more. But in terms of the waist measurement and everything, that's perfect. So yeah, happy days, guys. I'm going to do the top tomorrow because it's now nearing 5 PM and I just want to get some other bits done today. So yeah, I'm going to sew the top.
Hi chums, I'm back. It is actually about a week later. It's Thursday today and I've had an absolute mare with this vlog, and I thought I would explain before I move on. I made the trousers, they went really well, they were so easy to make. I followed Tilly and the Buttons sew along, which was so much fun. And then I thought, I'm going to make a matching top. So I actually filmed about 2 days worth of content for this. And it started off that I was going to make or combine 2 vintage patterns. Let's see if I've got them to show you guys. So it's this pattern that I originally thought I would combine with the puffy sleeves. And I thought, right, I'm going to use this pattern, I'm going to use the indigo top pattern from Tilly and combine the two. And then Curveball, a follower, sent me a pattern to try on Instagram. So I thought, do you know what? Scrap that idea of the combination, I'll do that another time. I'll buy this pattern. That's when I brought the Mccalls 7962. And it's a beautiful combination of patterns of tops and bottoms, but I obviously just wanted to make a top variation. Also got the pattern, but obviously it wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted sort of like a sheared top with like puffy sleeves. And then I watched some YouTube videos, and after loads of different ideas, I thought I'd just make a really simple rectangular sheared top and add the sleeves on, very much like Anika's YouTube video if you follow her. If not, I'll leave that video below because it is amazing. And then I spent 2 hours learning how to shear, and it was a complete failure. I vlogged that day and I was like, I'm so annoyed. Literally, I was in the worst mood and I just couldn't get my machine to do it. I tried everything from taking out the bobbin tension to adjusting the normal tensions, trying different thread tensions and wrappings, and it just wouldn't work. And I think I put it down to the fact that I brought the wrong elastic on eBay. I brought cheap, so essentially that's what I'm putting it down to, because I did actually try everything else. I followed YouTube videos and everything. I just couldn't get my machine to shear. So yeah, I got to today and I thought, you know what, I'm going to just go back to the Mccalls 7962 pattern and I'll make a couple of adjustments. I am going to tweak it ever so slightly to make it how I want it. I don't want there to be a zip at the back, for example. I'm going to make it a front closure, and I'm going to use buttonholes and buttons instead of a zip. And I just thought it would be still a really cute thing to make, but I'm just going to make some adjustments and do a sew along of this top. So I've got a matching outfit at the end of this vlog. That was like the aim. So anywho, I'll stop talking. I'm feeling a lot more positive today. I thought I'd scrap all the footage so you won't even see all of that stuff. And yeah, hopefully I will win against the shearing situation another time. But for now, we're going to make this lovely pattern. I'm going to do a few little hacky amendment things, and we'll see how it goes. So that. I'm going to show my vlog that I'm FaceTiming you, so feel free to say hello to the vlog.
Hello.
This is so cute. So I'm FaceTiming Sam. You're going to be on YouTube, girl.
Now I'm famous.
We're doing some sewing. But yeah, this is our setup. This is so cute. You should wait until you watch this video, Sam. It's adorable. Got my little setup, got Sam in the corner. So sweet. Right. So cutting back to Thursday, I just showed you guys I was cutting this out. That was actually previous footage, and I was vlogging the lovely Sam. And here we are. Since that cutting, I've actually made some amendments. I thought I would talk through what I've done to make it a little bit different. So with the back panel, it's obviously got a zip down the back on the actual pattern, but what I've done is I've taken the seam allowance off and I've done it on the fold, so that the back will just be one back bodice and I won't have a centre back seam anymore.
So that's done. And yeah, if you're wondering how to do this, you just fold your fabric over, and instead of cutting 2 pieces, you just put it on the fabric where your seam allowance would have been, and then you can just cut it like that, so you get one big piece. Next up is the front bodice. So obviously now we're making the front bodice where the buttonhole closure is going to be, or opening, whatever you want to call it. And this is the usual front bodice on the fold. We did a variation of this instead. So we still cut it out like that, but we added, I say we, I added this extra seam allowance. So what I can do, I've added quite a lot extra just in case, but I did this so I can make the top, put it all together, and then see what I need to do with this. I'm just going to overlock that edge, turn it round on itself, and then one side will be the buttonholes and one side will be the buttons. So there we go. Fingers crossed it works out. I did just see on the actual instructions that this particular top is lined, but the fabric is fairly thick anyway, and obviously the trousers aren't lined, so I wanted to keep it consistent. So I'm just either going to finish the edges with like a rolled seam, or rolled hem, or whatever you'd call it, a rolled edging or something, I don't know, or I'm going to get some bias tape and do it with tape instead. I have got some bias tape already, just white, so I'll probably do that. But I'm going to put it all together first, and then I'll do the finishes afterwards. First thing I'm doing is sewing in the darts on the back panel, and this bit is all fairly straightforward, just following the pattern and guidelines for this bit. I think where it's going to get more complicated is when obviously I'm not doing a lining, so it's going to be a case of working out when it gets to that sort of thing. So yeah. Little tip for darts: when you get about 1 inch from the tip of it, take your stitch length down to like 1.8, or basically just really small. And that just means that when you open it up, you don't have any holy bits near that tip. Makes it nice and crisp. Oh gosh, that sun's a bit bright in the background, so hopefully you can see okay. It's now the middle of the day, I've had lunch, everything like that. I've sewn the basics of the top together, and I thought I would show you what I've got up to. So we have a bodice. I've done my darts like I did earlier, and then I just sewed the front of the bust, the front side, I think it's called, I'm not sure, but that bust seam on the shoulders, on the sides, and then the trickiest bit really is when we get around the front, which I'll hold up now. So as you can see, I've changed it to a front opening rather than a back opening with a zip. And here you can see my little front ruffles. Okay, it's looking pretty cute. And what's going to happen is that will go like that. That one will go like this, and then they will button up over each other at the front like that. I need to stitch these obviously against that so it stays flush. So we're getting there. The shape's really nice. It's going to have big sleeves and then the ruffle on the bottom as well. And I've got some cute little vintage buttons to go down the front. So that's where we got to. All of these pattern pieces were in the pattern. I've obviously just made it have a front like this, and it might require taking it in a bit. So I'm going to try and explain this in the best way possible. There is our front top panel. I've now overlocked all the insides, and now what needs to happen is I need to stitch the rest of this together so that when that opens out it's like that. And then what I'm going to do is fold that over, so it would go like that, and then I'm just going to do a simple seam allowance all the way around the neckline. So I'm not going to use facing, and you will see obviously the stitch. Let's hope it looks alright. That needs to sit there. So what I'm going to do, I've got my pins. I'm going to pin it together where it needs to sit. Looks really cute though. And then I can work out how much I need to take in on this front panel. And obviously this is looking quite bulky at the moment. I'm hoping when I've given it a nice steamy press that will sit nice and flush. And then obviously we've got the sleeve to put on, but it looks really cute. And then it's going to have obviously the ruffles on the bottom. Apologies if you can hear the shower in the background because I'm just having a shower. So the shoulders need to be taken up a little, and I'm just going to unpick this seam that I did here and take this shoulder up. It's mainly just the back that needs to go up rather than the front, so I'm going to do that now and then check the fit again. Here we go, see if it will actually focus. So I have overlocked that excess bit that I needed to take off, and in there, and redone the shoulders so that they actually fit, because my shoulders sort of slope in like that. They always make it too high like that for me, and yeah, perfect. It's gonna look so cute. So now I can do a stitch down here, do the buttonholes, add the sleeves and the ruffles, and we're getting there, guys. Now the fit's done, I'm moving on to the sleeve. I've just hemmed the bottom of it, and then I cut a rectangular fabric because, to be honest, I'm not following the instructions, I'm just kind of winging it. And I am doing like a bias tape to put the elastic on the sleeve edging. And I just did, yeah, rectangular fabric, sewed good side to good side, flipped it round, and then just sewed across there. And then on the right side, you'll see it looks like this. So I'm just putting the elastic through now on a safety pin, so this will all look gathered in a second. So once the elastic is through both sides, you can then sew good side to good side like that with the elastic in there, so it keeps it in place, and then you've got your sleeve ready to attach to your bodice. Oh my god, it's looking so cute, you guys. Here it is, you guys. I just need to sew the buttons on now. How freaking adorable is it? The sleeves have literally come out so well. So freaking cute. Chris in the garden. I'm about to go and join him to sew some buttons on my top. Hello. Hello. So I chose these really cute sort of like shiny pinky ones from eBay. See if I can show you better in the light. But yeah, they're really cute, so I'm going to sew them on in the garden in the sunshine. And there we have it, you guys, my finished outfit. I'm so happy with it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pop it in with my remakes on there. And it's finally finished. Yay. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this weekly vlog, and to see how I created a gingham cord using the tilly and the button Safiya trousers, and a kind of mash-up moment with a Mccalls pattern, making it a front button opening. It has been a whirlwind couple of weeks for this vlog, guys, and I finally have a vision that I started out with from a Pinterest search into a make, and I couldn't be happier. And now that I've done it, I feel more confident to try it again and yeah, make that pattern again for sure. I've got a lovely gingham in like lilac, so I think that's going to be really nice. And yeah, I hope it inspired you guys to try something new and also to mix up your patterns. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and you can see more of my crafty makes and sewing projects on my Instagram, which is just Paige Joanna. So hopefully see you over there, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!